Hello and welcome to BW Business World's D2C Summit. Today we have with us Sulay Lavsi, the founder and CEO of
Baba.
Hi sir, we are grateful for you here. Let's start off with our first question. Please share about the prominent determining factors in D2C sectors in India.
So I think largely, in fact, when I speak very specifically for 2022 and 2023, one of the largest trends that we are going to see are two core things that I believe. A, brands wanting to go offline, brands wanting to become omni-channel. Reason being, that's where the market has shifted. Offline has opened up largely after COVID, and two being brands paving the way for more sustainable growth, non-burning models, cash positive models, CM2 positive models. So I think that's something that most brands are going to opt for this year and have already started doing so since last 1 year.
So do you think going omni-channel helps brand to cut down on the customer acquisition?
I think initially it's a capital heavy business. Payments get stuck, not stuck per se, but the receivables are is a much longer cycle generally. However, I do feel that yes, having an omni-channel presence at least helps build the brand across touch points, across consumers that even might have seen your brand online but have not been willing to buy the brand online per se. So I think building a stronger touch point offline is going to be the way to go. Helps build profitability. Originally we have always known trade businesses or offline businesses to be the profitable. That's what our ancestors, family, fathers, mothers have done in the past, and if done well, they are traditionally profitable businesses.
So, given the present scenario of liquidity crunch, do you believe that existing customers is more important to remain to help down or cut down on all the operations, cut down the cost in all your operations?
Yeah, I think if you have a large enough base of customers that you can retarget to and repull to, I think bringing those consumers back into your funnel is much more important than acquiring new consumers. If I have a pool of 1 lakh customers, for example, and I bring back all of them at one go, I don't need to acquire one more new consumer at the end of the day. It's important to bring back them at a certain frequency, and that will be way more valuable than buying new consumers or getting new consumers back and forth.
Yes, sir. So, what are your thoughts on D2C sectors in India, and how is it going to play in playing field for you as a startup and with the giants? How you compete with the giants going offline?
So I think it's about a very strong value proposition when you go offline, right? I think traditional players have always done things very traditionally, and they will continue to do so traditionally. There are very few who genuinely adapt to the new age trends, who genuinely change with time with new age brands. Ideally, in our experience, what we have mostly seen is that these traditional players will typically come out and acquire new age brands rather than actually be the change themselves. So I think it's all in all more or less a win-win strategy for legacy players versus new age brands. And I think offline is so large, it's still over 80% of India's retail business, that there is enough room for all players to thrive, whether it's a legacy player or a new age player.
After acquisition merger, do you feel a startup can hold on the bigger market share?
I think if done well, and if the legacy player gives you the opportunity to thrive and scale your own brand, what it only does is it gives you access to their product R&D, it gives you access to their distribution channels, it gives you access to their team and resources. If utilized well, and if they give you the chance to utilize them well, I think it's a phenomenal way to scale the business.
Basically, the startup gets access to more resources.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. So going forward, sir, what's your take on the future of D2C in India in next decade?
I think D2C is going to, at least for the next couple of years, in my opinion, D2C is going to go through a tough time generally, and I'm talking pure play D2C. Brands will thrive on Amazon, brands will thrive on marketplaces, and brands that go offline will thrive, but pure play D2C businesses will have a very difficult time due to rise of acquisition costs, lower brand loyalty, poor repeat rates, so on and so forth.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.